Hello and welcome to Samsung Foundry's Silicon Universe video series. I'm Sylvie Kadafar, Senior Director of Foundry Marketing here at Samsung Foundry. Today, my colleague Craig Orr, Senior Director of Marketing, also at Samsung Foundry, joins me to discuss the market drivers for Samsung Foundry's performance platform. Hi, Craig.
Hi, Sylvie.
Great to see you. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So Craig, to set the stage for those watching, maybe give viewers an idea of why Samsung is creating solution platforms.
Sure. So, I think everyone in the industry knows that creating and bringing to market chips at advanced nodes is getting more and more complicated. Part of that is because of the technology itself as it transitions down to lower and lower geometries. Part of that is because of the increasing integration we're seeing. And so we're having to bring together different technologies, each with their own inherent complexity, and put those all together as one solution. And that's becoming a lot more complicated. So what we're seeing in the market now is our customers are expecting us not to just provide point technologies, but actually integrated solutions. And that's why we're putting the technologies together that customers need to really go and build the best chips with the best PPA for their individual applications.
So you also mentioned the word platform. What does that mean in the context of high-performance platform solutions?
In short, it means providing everything that our customers need to design their products. So as a baseline, we provide the infrastructure and the ecosystem that customers need to provide their products. But what's different about the platform is that it's really targeted to applications. It's a set of integrated technologies that customers need for a specific application.
Craig, you brought up solutions platform. Can we delve a little bit more into what does that mean from the Samsung Foundry perspective, specifically Samsung Foundry's performance platform readiness?
Sure. Yeah. So I think I better start with the definition of what does the performance segment mean. So we did a lot of fancy analysis actually to figure out what are the commonalities among the different applications out there. And that's what really drove our segment strategy. And despite the fancy analysis, it turned out to be the answer is really simple. The performance segment is anything that's really big physically or really fast in terms of operating frequency. And things that fall into this performance segment tend to have a common set of requirements in terms of what's required for the process technology, what IPs they typically employ, and the range of packaging technologies that tend to be used in this segment. In terms of specific chips or applications, this segment tends to include things like CPU, GPU, data center, AI, whether that's for training or inference, as well as networking and FPGA. So now that we've talked about the definition of the performance segment, I think it's probably important to say what's inside the performance segment. And for us, what's inside the performance segment is really the process, the IP, the packaging technologies, the enablement in terms of EDA, design flow, et cetera, that customers need to go and make these high performance chips, whether they're monolithic or heterogeneous.
So up to now, there's been a lot of developments around the monolithic, but you just brought up the word heterogeneous. Putting it again in the context of performance platform, why is this so important?
Sure, yeah, that's a great point, Sylvie. And heterogeneous, I guess, is more than just a word now. It's kind of the era we're in terms of chip design. So what it really means is that in addition to the traditional vector by which customers keep improving their technologies, we're adding another vector. You can think of it as like a booster to Moore's law. So in addition to the scaling that we get from the technology migrations, we're also adding the ability to scale through packaging by bringing chips together in the X, Y, or even in the Z dimensions to create more silicon per unit area.
So a multi-dimensional environment, booster to Moore's law. So why should someone consider Samsung as a partner for this heterogeneous or performance chip environment?
So there's three key reasons: the scope across Samsung as a whole, the vertical integration within Samsung Foundry, and the scale of Samsung Foundry. So consider the challenges that you have when trying to bring a heterogeneous chip together. You have to bring logic, memory, IP, interposers, package substrates, and passives. You have to bring all those things together, and they all have to work together flawlessly. This makes the design, manufacturing, and supply chain very, very complicated for these kind of heterogeneous chips. Samsung has all of these technologies under one roof, and the capability to integrate and manufacture them. So this is really a truly integrated solution that we can provide. We think having this set of capabilities and technologies is something that's really unmatched in the industry.
So Craig, one final question to close this segment. For the chip designers, for our customers that are out there who are watching today, what message would you like to give them?
So the message is quite simple. So Samsung Foundry provides the advanced process nodes, the advanced package technologies, the IP, and the design enablement that you need to create chips that are fully optimized for your application and meet your PPA-CS goals in this emerging heterogeneous world that we're in.
Thank you so much, Craig, for sharing Samsung Foundry's view, not only on the performance segment itself, but also Samsung Foundry's readiness in the performance platform segment, from the integration capabilities, the innovation, and the scalability. And this is actually an excellent starting point for the next series that we're going to be showcasing customers and partners, which is going to allow us to dig deeper into the process, package, and IP developments from Samsung Foundry. So thank you again, Craig, and it was so great seeing you, and look forward to seeing you again.
Great. Thanks, Sylvie.